Hello! This is so much harder than I expected now that I'm in front of the camera. But I got this. Is this really what I do? It has to be, I know it is. Starting something is the hardest part. Deciding to leave what you're used to, what you know, what's safe and comfortable, and take a leap of faith into something that's uncomfortable, that's scary, that you could be judged in. I have never made a video like this before. I have been imagining making this video for so long, so I'm super excited. I know that this is not going to be a perfect video. It is my first introductory video into what I want my channel to be about, who I am, how I got here, and why I left a full-time, salaried, remote project manager position to basically create videos and music and other creations with absolutely no promise of it earning me any money. So, how did I get here? I'm a very introverted person, so doing this and expressing myself in this way and knowing that I'm gonna share it in a video is terrifying. Or it's exhilarating and fun, you know, it just depends on how I look at it. A lot of people who have met me in the past don't even know what I'm all about because I'm so afraid of expressing myself. I'm so afraid of saying something that someone might find weird or different or out of the ordinary. But that is who I am. I am weird, I am different, I am out of the ordinary, and I am here to embrace that, just to express myself to the fullest and be open and honest and talk about the things that I'm passionate about. And that is why making this video is so exciting right now, because this is me truly expressing my authentic, weird, very unique self. Throughout my life, the path that was expected of me was very standard and safe. I was expected right out of high school to go to college, and so at 18 I was expected to know what I wanted to do with my life, but when I took a career aptitude test, it didn't tell me, oh, you'd be a great creator. You know, it would tell me accountant, or I should be a salesman. So I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I just picked a business major because it is the major that you generally pick if you have no idea what you want to do with your life, but you want to play it safe. I went through earning my business degree, which I eventually switched to a marketing degree just because commercials are interesting, right? I also went in with a psychology minor because I'm interested in how people think. I've always been very interested in why people do the things that they do, and about halfway through college, I had a lot of big realizations, a lot of awakening and understanding things that I didn't before, seeing things from a fresh perspective. That eventually led me to adding on an environmental studies minor as well, because I realized I care a lot about the health of our planet, and I love nature, the environment, all these different words we put on just the life living around us. Now I was in those businessy marketing courses that taught me about how the environment is affecting business, and then I went to very, very, very different classes for environmental studies about how businesses are affecting the environment. And then I went to psychology classes to learn how we all think differently and why we might be persuaded to think in a certain way. And so I kept up my good grades and I graduated. And so what's next? I was expected to take that salaried job for a marketing company because I majored in marketing. And so I did that. So I started as a copywriter and then I worked my way up to project manager, taking on more and more clients, managing more and more projects, and So in 2017, I reconnected with my partner Nicole, who we had been best friends in high school. She taught me about the law of attraction and how people are basically able to manifest these beautiful lives for themselves simply by visualizing it constantly with loving passion. So it led me to the question, what would I do if I had financial freedom, if I could be anything and do anything? The immediate thought that popped into my head was me being on stage, singing my heart out with a song that I wrote, being able to express loving energy to an entire crowd of people as they're all just having a great time loving the music that you're making. That is what came into my head. That is the feeling that I was very excited about. The only issue is I grew up playing drums. I started playing drums in elementary school into middle school, and then high school I was in the drum line. It's where I met Nicole. She was in color guard. And I was in percussion ensemble, but you can't make a song with just drums and singing. So now I realized that I wanted to get good at guitar so that I could create music. And looking back at it, I always loved to sing. I always loved to make music. I sung in middle school chorus. I sung in musicals. I was always playing music video games, whether it be Guitar Hero, Dance Dance Revolution, Rock Band, DJ Hero, whatever the music game was, I absolutely loved it. I would love messing around with apps like GarageBand or Audacity and just making music. And I loved creating videos and video editing and putting the music into videos. So when I was young and I had the freedom to take the time to explore these interests and just have fun with whatever I wanted to do, that was how I chose to spend my time. As I grew up, schoolwork required more and more effort. With all the schoolwork plus the homework, I ended up just playing video games just to not have to work my brain anymore. And I lost interest in making music and making videos. It all just kind of dropped off. So it wasn't until I got older that I remembered how much of a passion that I have for that, and if I could do anything, it would be making music and creating videos and just other artistic expression. So I started writing blog posts that explained who I am and what I'm all about and what I believe in. I've been working on a song, and every Earth Day I release an update on the progress that I've made since I started making that song. And when I started making that song was around when I imagined that it was possible for me to actually be a musician for a living. I just needed to spend a tiny bit of time each day improving my skills so that I could one day get there. And I truly believe that's possible. But for me, when I had entered into that full-time position, I was so drained dealing with all of these issues that all of my clients had that the last thing I wanted to do was start making music or making a video. I was just tired and I just wanted to shut my brain off, relax, and try again tomorrow. I always woke up with so much hope for all of the things I wanted to create after work, but by the time work was over and I clocked out, I had no more motivation left. I had used up all of my energy, all of my effort. I was done. And this, over time, having this clear vision in my head of what I wanted to be doing, but not spending the time or taking the effort to get towards there, was crushing me. I just felt like there was something more important that I needed to be doing. And it got to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore. I was breaking down and in a very low energy place, and I knew I needed to make a change. So I left. Yay! So why am I making videos now, and what are they going to be about, is probably what you're asking. Or at least that's what I would be asking. Most importantly, I want this channel to be about inspiring you to feel optimistic about the future. Because right now, we're in 2021. I think that this transformative era sort of started in 2020, and now we're just moving into the next year. If you look at the way that our system runs and the politics behind it, how the wealth is distributed, how people are treated based on what they look like, how we treat people who may have mental health issues or who may have made a mistake in their past, how countries interact and resolve issues that they have, how our environment is treated, and how the natural world and our biodiversity is valued. If all of these things you're happy with the way they're going right now, then I don't think my videos are gonna be for you. But if you're looking at the world now and you feel like the world is basically falling apart and you just wish there was more love and peace, if you are a very empathetic person who feels a lot of compassion for any suffering out there, and if all you think about is just how messed up this world is right now, I want you to know you are not alone. When I was in my environmental studies classes, I learned about how we're just basically killing our world, and it was all that I could think about, and it left me hopeless. That's why I'm creating a song called Hope. Then more recently, in mid-2020, there was a huge increase in the amount of attention towards the Black Lives Matter movement, and I think that raised a lot of awareness for social justice issues of all kinds. So then I got into researching that and how this system has treated people based on something as simple as the color of your skin or the language that you speak. And in my environmental classes, even in 2019, we were learning about environmental justice because social justice issues are completely connected with environmental issues. So in 2019, when people were just acting like everything was normal and this is just the way it is, it was very disempowering. It was very challenging to go through. In 2020, when everything started to shut down and change because of the pandemic, people were staying inside more. They weren't just going out like everything is fine. That actually, while it was a really challenging time, did bring me a sense of hope that there was change coming. And so before, when I was focusing on all of the issues that the world had, that's not what I want this channel to be about, and that's not what I want to express to you. I want to express how much hope there is through positive, beautiful things that are happening all over the world that are just the very first steps towards massive change that is coming. If there is something in the world that you're very upset about, constantly expressing how angry you are about it, how wrong it is, can oftentimes grow whatever you're trying to stop, and it actually feeds it. I've found through what I've learned and experienced that the most effective way to challenge a negative system is to focus on the positives, to focus on the people now who are coming together, peaceful protesters who are just singing loving songs on the streets. There are new innovations and positive changes happening all over the world that are going to be so helpful to the health of our world. And I truly believe that things aren't going to go back to the way that they were before the pandemic started back in 2019. I honestly don't see it possible for us to continue using the systems that we've been using to live and that everyone has just gotten used to and accepted as the way that the world works. I believe there's going to be a massive change all around the world in the way that we run our systems and the freedoms that we have. I'm from the United States, so that is the political structure and system that I understand best. But also looking around the world, right now, the powerful systems are losing their power because the people at the bottom are communicating and they're sharing what they know and what they have to contribute and how they've been treated. And people are opening up and listening to that more than ever before. I believe that right now is this time of huge transformation for the entire world. People are waking up to the fact that we, through the power of our minds and our spirits, are much more powerful to shaping the reality around us than the systems that keep things in control want anyone to know. But that information is coming out through people sharing, that's leading us to this new way of how the world works and how we live in it. So right now is an incredible time to be alive. It is very exciting. That's why I want to start creating videos now. Because obviously this first video, it's not gonna be my best video. It's the first one. And that's okay. And I'm thankful just saying that and feeling that this video doesn't have to be perfect. It's just what I'm saying today. I want to share where I'm at now and where the world is at now so that you can see how we are growing, how both I change and how the world is changing. I want to be able to capture that alongside you as you're changing. I want to inspire you, whatever it is that you feel really passionate about, whatever it is that really ignites your heart with love. There's something unique about you that you specifically would be very, very good at. I think this world would love to hear from you and to see what you can do. And I also just want to share the clear fact that you are enough. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how long it's taking you to do something, regardless of what's going on, you are enough as you are. You're doing great, and I just want to spread that love and support that it's all gonna be okay. Know that if you feel like the world is hurting and you want to see it doing better, I am right there with you. And even if you make a mistake or you feel like you are going through a rough period in your life, I just want you to feel that it's all going to be okay. Things will get better, and I know that I can only provide inspiration through my own personal stories and experiences and what I've come to learn in the research that I just love learning. And so I'm so excited to share that, but I know that I can't change anyone. I can only give people ideas that may later on inspire people to change themselves, if they're open to it, if they want to. I am not here to change anyone. I am just here to express myself and share positive energy and videos and music that uplift people and unite people, bring people together, help people feel good, and just like things are okay. And so I really want to build community with what I'm doing. I really want to bring together like-minded people who are compassionate and empathetic towards all that is going on in the world, and believe that together we are stronger and we are all making massively positive changes that are hard to see day to day, but year to year, decade to decade, are going to be so transformative in the most beautiful way. There will always be challenges because there is the light and there's the dark. But getting angry at the dark feeds the dark. Focusing on the light shines light into the dark. I am so excited to show where this is going, and I'm excited to see it myself too. Growing and improving all happens one day at a time, so just take it one day at a time. If you follow what you're passionate about and what makes you happy, and you're trying to help other living beings in some way, I truly believe you are going to go far. I'm hoping that long in the future, the people looking back can see that right now in this moment, while I have a few ideas in my head, I basically have no idea how I'm gonna make this work. I don't know how I'm going to be able to support myself with this, what jobs I'm gonna have to take on in the future in order to support this, but I just keep on hearing stories from people expressing how much they believe that you have to take that leap of faith that is scary and uncertain in order for opportunities to start coming to you that will allow you to live the life you want to live. I have decided for myself that the life I really want to live involves sharing videos and sharing music in order to express myself and to share ideas that uplift and inspire loving energy in humanity. That is what I feel like I am here to do, so that it could encourage people one day to take that leap of faith after seeing where it led me to. Right now in this moment, I don't know where that is, but I'm sure if you're a future subscriber to this channel, you know where I go. If you believe you can do something, you can do it. Thank you so much for watching this all the way to the end. Please let me know if you have things that you want to see, things you want to hear me talk about. Feel free to subscribe, and you are a part of this community. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear them, and I'd love to hear from you, so feel free to leave anything in the comments below. Give it a like if you like this. This is so new to me. And just remember that big change starts small. You can do whatever you put your mind to, and you are enough. You're doing great. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. This is gonna be really hard. No, it's gonna be really easy. Flip that mindset. Okay, from the top.